Hello, we're here at Pevensey Castle.
It's a super haunted location. We have already caught 2 loads of paranormal activity.
Tom's sister caught a actual figure of the white lady who is
Lady Pelham.
Yes.
These guys took some video footage about a year ago in the graveyard around the corner, and there's literally just a tiny speck of light.
And it's not my camera
that is just shining. We have no idea where it came from, just off of one of the graves.
And then it just kind of like
it almost like ran away. It just went like so that is this place. It's huge.
It's very haunted. This whole place is one of the most haunted places in the UK.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to this channel. We know most of the people that are watching are
not, like 97%. Enjoy the video. Yeah.
Yeah?
Here we go.
Yeah.
We are here right outside of Pevensey Castle. As you can see, it's locked, so we can't get into it. But we can pitch up here. Pitch up here and do a Ouija board.
Yeah. And we'll do the SS method as well. We've got the REM pod set up and we've got the motion sensor light behind us, so if it detects anything, we'll know about it.
Yeah.
We've also got the EMF and the catwalks next to us. I think we should try and gather something first.
Okay.
Please come forward if Lady Pelham,
Or anyone.
negative or positive, would like to come through and speak to us today. We really are out here just trying to find some solid proof that something spiritual exists.
If you can, come through on the REM pod. So basically, if you go near to that device, that antenna that's just sticking up in the air over there on the bridge, it will make the light go off and we'll know that you're here. Also, if you walk in front of the motion sensor, then the same thing. We'll know that you're here.
What? Actually. Oh my god, what the fuck?
What? What the fuck? Guys, this keeps going.
I've actually got like goosebumps right now.
We know that only. Can you make that go up higher?
Can you set off the light?
Can you walk in front?
This didn't even go off at all when we were at
No.
the house.
It has. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm gonna go and.
Okay, so can you make more lights go off? Can you make more lights go off?
I can't believe that when we said that, it's now going on. Get closer to it.
Oh, can you get closer to it, please? Put more energy into it. Okay, so
Do you want to stop?
should we reset it? Do you want to stop the REM pod? Turn off the lights? No, so we'll turn it off. Don't worry.
Don't worry, you guys chill. You guys chill.
That's crazy, actually.
So when we were at Mum's house, we honestly thought that it didn't work.
Yeah.
We were like, why isn't it working?
It works if you're a human and you go next to it. Right, there we go. Recording. You okay?
Yes.
Okay.
It went off again.
Can you see that? You can see that on camera.
Can you see it up there?
Yeah, the motion sensor just went off again. You can't see it like in the shot.
I believe the REM pod went off. That's like a thing for me where it's just like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, the moon is creepy.
It is so creepy.
It seems like the motion sensor it's gone off and it seems to keep going off.
Yeah.
Which is weird because for the whole while while we were setting this up, it didn't go off. So
Can we just discuss how it just went off? Can't handle it. Hello?
if you're with us, just stop that. And the motion sensor just went off. And we know what's going on.
I'm stressed.
The EMF has gone off. Reset it. What? No, you speak yourself out there. Okay,
There's definitely someone over there.
Right, I'm not gonna lie. This place is freaky. So much has happened of the things that are less explainable than anything else. We haven't even started the Ouija board. And
Haven't done the Estes method.
we've literally
Just called out to
Lady Pelham.
and this has happened. All this has happened. So she's obviously with us.
It's scary because we're in a very large field, dark field, on our own. There's a full moon behind us. The motion sensor keeps going off.
This place is really, really haunted, and so many people have seen people in the windows of the castle. My eyes are like flipping out a bit. Something I do want to say is what I think we should do is we should ask questions and see if we capture any voices before we start the Ouija board. Is there anyone with us?
Is there anyone here
Who would like to speak to us? If so, could you make a noise near the camera? We know there are so many spirits here, and we are more than happy to speak to you. We have good energy, but we accept negative and positive energies. If anyone would like to come through and speak to us.
we just want to communicate?
What is your name? Should have brought the recorder. How old are you?
Oh no, it's just me at the entrance.
Are you a female?
How long have you been here?
Try and speak with words.
Do you want to contact us?
What should we start with? Because I'm pretty freaked out. I don't know if I want to get stuck straight in with the Ouija
No, I
board.
don't want that way either. I'm pretty freaked out.
Cool.
It's scary though,
Yeah.
and that's why.
Yeah.
And it's really
And it's a full moon. And
It's
it
a
looks
full
fucking
moon.
creepy.
It's
Yeah.
really dark out here. And the REM pod went off.
Twice. And when we were at Mum's house,
Didn't go off once.
didn't go off once.
You hear something?
Yes.
Yes, I don't know. Oh yes, our fabulous torch.
I definitely heard something. Freaky.
What if we just wait until Tom comes out? What if we just like turn off the camera,
Go to the pub.
go to the pub, and then wait until Tom gets here, save our camera battery because we're so freaked out we're not doing anything properly right now.
I'm so freaked out. Okay, yeah. I just saw someone like walking up behind Tom, unfortunately. Sorry, Tom. But it was like a woman in black, and she looked fucking as clear as day. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually deadly serious. I swear.
Do you know what?
I swear on everyone I love's life. I saw someone just look like a normal woman, wearing all black, and she was walking from that grave behind you.
And that definitely wasn't actually somebody.
There definitely wasn't, because as soon as you flashed, we turned around.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was just walking towards us.
Right. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. So with that in mind,
and I swear that I deadly saw someone. I saw someone.
Myuu use the term deadly.
Fair. Well, it's currently sat on a plague pit.
Yeah. Okay, so the current situation is we are sat in between these rocks. Here, we've got 4 rocks, I think.
3.
3.
It's in the shape of a cross.
So much has already happened. It's really stressful. We've got the EMF reader. I feel so uneasy.
I swear to God, I saw someone.
Yeah.
I actually saw someone, but it also didn't feel bad. I wonder if that grave behind you.
Yeah. I'm just scared.
I wonder if that grave behind you is a woman. And potentially died in her late 30s, early 40s, because that is literally who I saw. She's all in black.
I feel like the guide might have actually said about a woman in black that walks around here. I think we need to find that out.
I'm fucking spooked. I've got chills.
Yeah, so am I.
So many fucking chills.
I just don't know what to do, because I want to start the communication, but I'm actually scared.
I'm actually fucking frozen and scared. If anything more happens,
I might just run away.
You hold my hand, and if anything weird happens, you squeeze me so I can take everything off.
Of course.
And don't just leg it. So I'm just here like, hello?
We're sat in this graveyard in Pevensey, and we're actually sat directly above a plague pit. That's really scary, and I feel scared. So, okay.
I've got a timer going.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go in now.
Okay.
Okay, can you turn it up a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi. It said hi straight away.
Okay. Is there someone
Can you
here?
turn it up a bit?
Yeah.
I think you turned it down before. You're turning it down.
Is there
You turn it up.
Is there someone here with us?
Hi.
Is there... Who are you?
Woo, I'm so creeped out. Okay, concentrate, Ellie, come on.
Who are you?
Care for me.
Care for you? Did you die? Are you a spirit?
Some like spooky ass music's coming on here. Like the kind of music that we use for our YouTube channel.
Oh.
I'm here now.
What?
What? Are you shaking me?
No.
I need to stop, okay.
No. Are you buried here? Were you buried in this graveyard?
Clothes.
What were you... How did you die?
Can I help you?
Yes. I would like to communicate with you. Will you chat with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your name?
He knows so much.
Who knows so much?
guide who comes through here.
Oh. Do you know the ghost tour guide? He's a nice chap, I've heard. If you were here, can you set off one of our devices? Are you the lady in black?
Stevens.
Is your name...
And the masks.
Is your name Stevens?
Thank you so much.
What are you thanking me for? What are you thanking me for? Are you happy?
It's time.
A few things came through that answered what I was asking.
Yeah.
That was going off, and I was like, shit, it was making too much noise. It was like beep, 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 and then it just went beep.
Like proper?
Proper, yeah. And then I was like, well, I've got to turn that off because of the noise.
Yeah.
And then you were kind of answering what I was saying, but it wasn't anything like too in detail.
I don't know if I'm comfortable doing a Ouija board. I felt like I don't usually feel that creeped out doing that.
We could go down to where we saw something before and maybe do something else down there.
Yeah, maybe just walk down with the EMF.
Yeah.
I would quite like to take some flash photos of that grave.
That's what my sister did when she got the image.
Yeah. Is that something you'd like us to do?
Would you like us to take some pictures?
Would you like to come through on a photo? Did you want to put on your flash and take a photo of that grave there?
So,
Are you laughing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's a nervous
I thought I
laugh.
just heard someone else laughing. I was like, fuck.
I can't remember. I don't think that's my phone.
I'm freaked. I feel like we need to get out of here.
Okay.
I feel like we need to get out of this area.
Yeah.
I feel like we can go back to the castle and try the castle again, but after seeing that lady, I don't feel like it was a bad lady.
Ah! Shit. The
What?
bed.
Fuck.
Whoa!
Shit, the bed.
Shit.
When I was literally talking about the lady.
You keep
Yeah.
freaking me out when you do
No,
this.
but that's crazy. Like, how crazy? That was so random.
That's literally, as I said, I think we should get out of it. Right, come on guys, let's get out of it.
That was so random.
Yeah, okay, so I'm being serious. I feel like
Tom.
we need to get out of it.
Yeah, sorry, I was...
This has been a journey, and I'm scared. Ellie's scared. We're both quite scared.
There is woodlouse everywhere.
That's... Oh my god, am I sat on the slug? I was so close to... I think it was slug juice on my trousers.
It goes to show, doesn't it, when we have places where we don't get that vibe and nothing really happens, that those places just aren't active.
No.
And then we come to a place like this, you just get a vibe, like a really bad vibe.
I'm too scared to do the Ouija board. You're too scared to do the Ouija board.
Stressed, heaved, not in a good headspace.
Okay. Alright. Is there a spirit here with us? If there's a spirit here with us...
You
Don't what?
Josh.
Josh? Who is Josh?
Come closer.
Where are you? We can't...
It's so loud. It does that thing.
We can't see you. Can you tell us where you are?
I think it said I'm here, but I couldn't really... Here with us. You're telling us you're blocking it.
How are we blocking it? Are we blocking your entrance to the castle? Can you not get in?
Just stop.
Just stop what? Do you not want to speak to us? Do you not want to speak to us? Let me know if you don't want us here.
Memory.
What memory?
What do you think?
I don't know. I what?
What do you expect?
I would like to communicate with you.
Don't.
Don't what? Should we be scared of you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't mind.
Oh, there's someone with a light back there. You don't mind what? Got an acid reflux through stress.
What?
Oh, don't wait. How are we timed?
Time in 10 seconds anyway.
Oh, 10
so.
seconds, okay.
I was gonna say I don't know if I can do it anymore. I'm freaking.
Is that slug gone? Alright, is that sorry,
Okay. Can someone come through and speak through Emily? And come
There's some really creepy music coming through.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Really creepy music. Really creepy music. And that's been happening this entire time.
Search the house again.
What house? Are you talking about the Mint house? Can you come through and speak for Emily? Or can you come through on any of these devices? The REM pod maybe? Go near that black box behind us. We know that you did it earlier.
A genius composer.
Are you a bad spirit?
There was something really creepy that just came through and it's like, hey, yeah.
No, I like got a lot of that stuff.
I don't want to.
And then there were like moments where, because you can't.
It's like
say
weird.
that, yeah.
No, it's weird because
And I've heard noises on there that I've never heard before.
it's coming through. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm out.
Yeah. There was a few times that I was like, I can't do it.
It's not pacing like it normally does. It's like it's sometimes it's hurrying and sometimes it's slower, but it's like it's overlaid as well. So it's not just the one
You
thing.
can't hear anything that anything's saying.
It was literally like scary music.
Yeah.
Like it was like ooh.
Yeah.
And then it was like people talking and words, like not words, the sound like of over the top. And so I'm saying goodbye and what?
I think I'm just jumping. We're hearing a lot of noises. I think we should go.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We'll go.
That's fine.
We are gonna stop now because
It's just too much.
I'm gonna turn this on because it might be upsetting the camera. Yeah, but
Basically, we've had a lot go on. We didn't do the Ouija board because we didn't feel safe doing the Ouija board, which is a first for us.
yeah.
Really, since we started using it. It doesn't feel safe here. It doesn't feel like positive entity. It doesn't feel like a positive entity at all. But the Estes method that we did was weird. Like
The two that I did, each time I was actually thinking like, I don't know if I can do this, but I was like, do it for the clout.
when you have the radio stations rolling through, they roll through at a certain pace. But it wasn't just rolling through at one pace. It was rolling through and then it would roll through quickly.
Yeah.
And then it would roll through again. So it was like it was being manipulated, and it was scary music, and then there was an overlay of scary noises over people talking, and I was like,
the REM pod kept on going off during this investigation. What
it's weird.
It's really weird.
That is so weird.
The EMF. I saw a woman wearing black.
The EMF going off
around the age of like late 30s, mid 40s, walking out of a grave. Legitly look like just a normal person.
Right now, EMF is not going off. It's next to all of the technology that it's been next to this whole time. And there was a moment when we were walking back where Ellie was talking about the woman that she thought she saw, and it went completely up to red, almost as if there was a spirit walking through us.
But I was also saying that we should get out of here because I feel like we need to get out of here.
And I felt really odd as well.
And that went up to red, and I was like, we have to get out of there. That is a sign.
Basically, we're shook. Like, we're
if you can't tell.
We're shook. It's a great investigation, but genuinely scared, and we're rolling it up here.
So thank you so much for meeting with us.
Yeah, that's okay.
Can you tell us a bit about what you do and what you do on the ghost tour, and just a bit about it in general? Yeah.
Well, I've been doing the ghost walks for 32 years now from Pevensey, so quite a long time.
So what made you want to start that?
Well, I've always been interested in sort of the ghosts and legends, in the sort of the local history and local stories, and I'd done a few little books, and I ended up being asked to teach this adult education class on ghosts and legends of Sussex. And they all said, "Oh, couldn't you do a walk for us?" And I said, "Well, I suppose I could." So I did a walk, and then I thought, well, I wonder what happened if I stick it in the paper, anybody will turn up, and that's how it started. So
really cool.
You know, and it's just carried on since then.
Would you be able to tell us some of the dark history of Pevensey?
The best one of the lot, although it's probably the most questionable one of the lot, and that was the Mint House, which is about 700 years old, was once rented the end of the 16th century by somebody called Thomas Dite, who was supposed to be a merchant up in London, who came down with his servants, brought his mistress down, and the idea was he was going to have a hunting holiday. So you can imagine the marshes were full of wild fowl and deer, and anyway, he's supposed to have started this hunting holiday, out every day before dawn, back again after dusk, until he turns up one day, middle of the afternoon, no one expects him, pushes open the door, there's his mistress, with another man in the house. He's so angry. He gets the servants to tie them up in thick ropes. He then goes to the kitchens, fetches the longest, sharpest knife he can find, cuts his mistress's tongue out, drags her through to the back room, throws her against the wall, gets the servants to bind the man up in chains and hang from a beam. They then sent out to get firewood, build a big pyre in the middle of the room, light it, and as the mistress sort of, you know, is in the corner, she can't scream, she can't run, she can't do anything. He lights a fire and has him not burnt to death, but roasted to death in the smoke. And then he's then carried down the road and thrown in the river, and she's left upstairs to die over several days. And she's supposed to haunt the Mint House. And there's a room called the Haunted Chamber, and there is a story that someone went to sleep in it several years ago, because the room isn't exactly the same as it was, but they went to sleep in it, didn't believe in ghosts, just to make sure they weren't tricked, had the door at the front tied on the outside, got the back tied on the outside, and one window they put threads across. Woke up, there was a scratching noise in the middle of the night, turned to look at the window, there's a woman looking in she saw as she stepped straight through the wall and window, supposed to be a long white dress, big white ruff like the Elizabethans would have worn. He immediately just dived for the door. Of course, he's tied in, so he's hammering on the door. They let him out. When he's calmed down, he goes back in. She's gone. He tries the door at the front. It's still tied. He walks to the window where she walked through. Threads aren't even broken, so he'd seen a ghost, obviously. Now, that ghost is not only supposed to haunt that room, but several people have told me if they're walking by in a mint house late at night or when it's very quiet, they'll look up and see a woman looking out of one of the top windows, clutching her throat. So it's supposed to be the mistress still bleeding to death up in the window.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. We when we were there, we tried taking some photos in the dark.
Interestingly enough, in Pevensey, because Pevensey was affiliated with the Cinque Ports, it had its own methods of execution if somebody committed a capital offence. And if you're a freeman of the borough, you could choose to be executed by being taken down the road, having your feet and hands bound together and thrown over the bridge and left to drown. So people did get thrown over the bridge. In fact, there is a record of one person who was sentenced to be drowned, and there's a description of how he was dragged down the street and how they had to lock his wife in her cottage because she was screaming so much, and they threw him over the bridge. But he wouldn't sink, they said. He was a stout fellow, so they threw rocks down at him till he sank.
Oh my god.
So it did happen. People were thrown over the bridge.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Nice. Do you have anything specifically about the castle, like any ghost kind of encounters that you've come across?
Well, I've not actually, I just do their publicity. I don't ever see them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was told a really brilliant, I mean, you've got the White Lady of the Castle, but it's a fairly, common sort of ghost. But I was told a brilliant story by someone on my ghost walk who said they'd been at the castle when he was about 15 or 16. I can imagine it's probably going to be about 50 years before. And he said it was a really hot summer's evening, getting on for midnight. And he said he'd cycled up with him and his friend. They'd leaned their bikes against the fence going up to the drawbridge, and he said, and what they were just chucking pebbles into the moat, and just kept saying, "Oh, come on, there's a ghost up here," and then threw a pebble. "Come on, give us a sign." And anyway, and he said to his friend, "Well, this is a waste of time." He said, "Oh, I'll just do it once more." And he said he threw a pebble into the water and said, "Come on, do something." And he said suddenly the gate rattled. He said there was a massive gust of wind. Both their bikes blew over. And he said they just ran off screaming.
Oh my gosh.
So that was on the drawbridge going into the castle.
Yeah. Well, that is where we had some activity when we were there as well.
Oh, on the drawbridge.
Yeah.
And also on the plague pit.
Yeah.
We did Estes method on the plague pit.
Probably mid 1600s that dates too.
Yeah.
But there's no records of anyone who was buried there, but then again, there probably wouldn't, because they were probably poor people who were just, consigned to the pit, and that's it.
Absolutely. Have you had any ghost encounters yourself?
Unfortunately not, no.
So does that make you, a bit sceptical?
No, I believe people see and hear things.
Yeah.
I mean, I think probably 90% of them are mistaken identity or people wanting to see something or whatever. But 10% you can't deny people have actually seen and experienced. I mean, I had one on my walk about 5 years ago. There was a group of people, and they were at the back, and they were probably in their 20s, fairly normal people. And I stopped down Church Lane, was about to talk about a house in Church Lane called Banks Lodge, and one of them at the back suddenly screamed, and I stopped, and he said, someone walked by me. He said, I thought they were on the walk. I turned to see who it was, and he said, and I watched them walk into the wall. And he just did the rest of the walk, and he absolutely his friends were all really kidding him. He said, I saw someone, and they disappeared into the wall right there.
Yeah.
So occasionally you get things like that happen.
Yeah. See, the experience I had, I can tell you all the physical details of this person. It wasn't like
you thought it was a real person.
I thought it was a real person, so I started smiling, and I was going to say hi. I thought maybe it was a dog walker, and then it just disappeared. But it was walking almost like it was coming out of a grave. We got so spooked at that point that we didn't even look at the name on the grave to see who it was. We were just like, we're gonna get out of it. Yeah.
So is the Mint House the same as the Poltergeist house?
No, I think they're separate, aren't they?
No, that's separate. It's a house called Banks Lodge, which is supposed to have a poltergeist.
Do you know anything about that?
Well, I don't know who it might be or what the connection was, but I've heard of several people who've lived there who've said, there are strange things happen there. But there was a lady lived there probably about 20 years ago, and she actually said to me that, she'd wake up at night and hear footsteps going up and down the corridor. And I can remember saying, that's got to really scare you. And she said, oh, no, it's only a ghost. I'm not bothered. But in actual fact, she sold the house. She actually moved into a house by the churchyard in West Ham. It's also haunted. But when she moved, I remember stopping there and saying, well, I don't know if the people here know the house is haunted. And a woman put her hand up at the back and said, what's the matter? And she said, we've just bought it.
Oh, God.
So, they did find out their house was haunted.
Surprise!
But that's the only one with the poltergeist.
Yeah.
And very often poltergeists seem to be attached to a certain person or family that are there. I don't think the people there now have had anything untoward happen.
Okay. Well, we wanted to say that when we're next in Pevensey, we'll definitely do your ghost walk.
Yes.
We're so excited because we have heard really, really good things about it.
Yeah. And
yes, and it's best in the evenings as well. I mean, I do them all through the summer, but it doesn't really get dark, and it needs to be dark to do a ghost walk. And Halloween, I get the keys. I get the keys to the Mint House as well, so I could finish the walks actually in the Mint House. So I also do a crime and punishment walk. And the first time I did it, I had a group of people. They all, I gave them the talk, and I noticed that there were about 3 people missing from the group, and they'd obviously gone exploring. And anyway, I called out, no one answered, so I turned the lights off, and then you should have seen them come down the stairs really quickly.
We often go up to like Eastbourne area. So we'll definitely be.
Yeah.
No. As I say, look forward to seeing you both.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for doing this.
That's okay. That's great.
And
okay. Bye.